All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for taking a moment out of your day to learn more about the key to mind, body, and spirit well-being and how to optimize our frequencies in these challenging moments that we find ourselves in here on planet Earth in this time and space. My name is Jordan New. I'm an acupuncturist in Denver, Colorado. And today I'd like to offer you many tools to help balance your whole system, harmonize your frequencies, and improve your mind, body, and spirit well-being. So let's begin. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, we live in a chaotic world. We live in a toxic world. We live in a world that does not promote optimal health and well-being for humanity and other animals. We are destroying our ecosystem. We're polluting the world. There's 5G towers going up everywhere, which are bombarding us with electromagnetic frequencies, otherwise known as EMF, that then disrupt our biological systems. We do very inhumane things to animals and then eat these animals. We intoxicate these animals. We torture these animals and then we eat them, bringing that energy into our system. We're polluting the environment with oil spills. Many people are living in pain. And now in this current environment is the COVID situation that's really kind of holding us all back and down. So with all this adversity, how do we stay well? How do we stay healthy? Well, I believe that as human beings, we are designed to be optimal, healthy, vibrant, happy human beings. We're designed to live in flow and harmony. But once again, due to all these world situations that you see here on the screen, that's not really facilitated. So that really poses the question then, how do we stay well? How do we continue to feel good? How do we keep our optimal health in our mind, body, spirit, despite all this toxicity and corruption and destruction that's happening to our environment and our personal health? Well, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. As you can see here, there's a lot we can do. Up in the left corner, you see we can do yoga. Then there's fire cupping or massage. And then there's acupuncture, which are all things that I provide to keep people healthy and well. We can get outside into nature. We can exercise, going to the gym, staying fit. We can take herbs and supplements and nutrients to keep ourselves well. We can learn how to cook and nourish ourselves properly. We can meditate. Meditation is that's one of the most powerful tools I've found to really keep myself centered in this chaotic world that we live in, is meditation. So that you know that exercise maintains your health and fitness in your body. It keeps you strong and well. Meditation is the maintenance for your mind and your spirit. It's a way to keep you centered and resilient. It's a way to keep you centered and resilient despite all these things that are coming at you to sort of pull you away from that sense. And one of the most powerful tools that I've found is your breath. Breath is a powerful healing tool that each of us have on an individual level to keep ourselves healthy, vital, and well. The breath is our tool to heal the body, our tool to keep our emotions balanced. So let's just take a quick moment and do a breathing exercise. So if you're able to, find a comfortable seat, or if you're standing or walking or driving, you can still follow along with this. Take a slow, deep breath into your nose. And out your mouth, let it go. One more time like that. Deep inhalation to your nose, let it come down into your belly and your low back. Out the mouth. Good. Breathe into the belly and the low back and let it rise up into your chest, and your shoulders and your ribs, and expanding there. And out the mouth. Good. One more like that. Belly, Let it rise to the chest, slowly bringing it into the nose, up into your neck and your head, bringing that energy up with your breath. And exhale, let it go. Good. Now, do that one more time to your nose, belly, chest, head, neck. Now, close your throat off and hold the breath in. Hold your breath in. And slowly let it go. Good. Now, this is a powerful tool you can do anytime, anywhere. If you're ever feeling low on energy, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling like you need to find more balance, breath is a powerful tool. And that was just a short little exercise, but I encourage you to explore that exercise and more to help balance out your life. So let's get into some other ways that you can balance and harmonize your whole system anytime, anywhere. But first, I want to talk about energy. So we know that we're made up of this body, and we know that we're made up of this mind. Even though some of us may not fully understand the body and mind, it's very apparent here that we live in this third dimensional human reality of body and mind. But what else exists beyond that? Well, I'm here to tell you that we are multidimensional beings. We are eternal souls living in this human experience. This human experience is just a temporary experience. And yet our soul goes far beyond this. And so as we optimize the frequencies in our body and our mind, it allows our souls to be expansive. It allows our energies to expand beyond us. And as you can see here, all of that energy centers around your heart space. Now you can look and you see that these fields around the body are like a big donut shape around the heart space mainly. This energy field is called the torus energy field, Tours, torus energy field. And here's another demonstration of it. You can see just the energy wrapping around, going both directions, really centering around your heart space. So you are an energetic being and you emanate this energy every single day. So the more centered you are in your body and your mind, the more your frequencies are balanced, the frequencies of all your cells, which we'll talk about here in a moment, the greater your energy expands beyond you, the more power and influence you have beyond you, the more energetically sensitive you are to what's happening around you. So those are just some of the benefits of optimizing our body mind frequency to expand our energetic field around us. Make sense? Okay. So once again, you are a Taurus, you have a Taurus energy field surrounding you. Interestingly, as you can see here in this picture, the Earth's electromagnetic frequency also has a very similar Taurus energy shield, energy shape around it. So in many ways, and I'm not going to get too far into this, but we are representations of the Earth itself. The human body has a similar energetic frequency, resonance frequency of the Earth. You can look at the rivers and the streams of the earth and the oceans. That is your blood flowing through you. That is keeping you vital. You can look at the wind. That could be seen as your breath. You can look at the seasons of the earth, represented in day and night, and the way your circadian rhythms function in your body. So the whole point here is, as a human being, you are very representative of the earth itself, which is also a living being, the earth. And we share a Taurus energy shape. So we know now that we're energetic beings. How does modern science see this? Well, physics and quantum physics understands that we are this seemingly solid matter, but on the atomic level, if you keep going down, you've got your whole being, and then you go down and you've got these organs, and these organs are made up of molecules, and these molecules are made up of cells, and these cells are made up of atoms, or not quite in that order, but basically on the atomic level, We are energy. We are atoms, and science even shows that 99.999% of atoms is just space. It's just energy flowing around a center point that makes up the seemingly solid matter that we call body, or we call solid matter. But in reality, it's all just made up of space. There's a field, and there's a field of energy that holds everything together. And did you know that you and I are part of that field? The matrix contains everything. The matrix is that field. It's the bridge between the inner and the outer worlds. Our bodies and our worlds are the materialization of that field. So everything is energy, and science now understands this. So really that poses the question then, how do we affect energy? Yes, we can force and do things in physical force to try and make change and pound matter into things, but a much simpler and even more effective way to do this, and oftentimes easier, is just to shift energy. And you shift energy by changing frequencies. Albert Einstein once said, "The field is all there is." The field is the matrix. The field is energy. Nikola Tesla said, "If you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." We are energy. And here's a simple map of consciousness levels based on the book Power versus Force by David R. Hawkins. You can see here on this graph that the higher the frequency, the better the better the emotions that you feel. So for example, when you feel peace, love, and joy, those are at very high frequencies. Even that feeling of enlightenment is a very high frequency. And as you go down that scale of frequencies, lower vibrations, lower frequencies, you get into grief, apathy, guilt, shame, fear, all these things, very low vibrational things. Now, I think all of us, most of the time, want to feel enlightenment, peace, love, joy. We want to feel acceptance. We want to feel these good high vibrations, right? So how do we do that? Well, once again, it comes back to changing your frequency. Now, we know that we're all made up of quantum energy. And science now tells us that quantum particles can exist in more than one place at the same time, and they're always connected. What does that mean? That means that particles connected really by consciousness interact together, whether they're next to each other or on separate parts of our world, and possibly even separate parts of our galaxy and universe. So we're made up of those same particles. We can do everything those particles do. Now, what holds those particles together? This is where it gets really fascinating. Consciousness. Consciousness is the force that holds these quantum particles together to create the forms of our body. Consciousness organizes quantum energy of the universe into our bodies and the world. So simple consciousness, whether it's your personal consciousness, or the collective consciousness, that binds us all together. And this is where it gets even more bizarre and sometimes challenging to understand, is the idea of quantum entanglement, that we are interconnected no matter where we are. Everything is tied together. So what we do unto others, we do unto ourselves, because we are all interconnected. And quantum physics, science is beginning to understand this. So what does that mean? That means that, coming back to that torus energy field, where you're living from your heart space, that's what determines your existence. So your consciousness affects your heart space, and your heart space affects your torus energy field around you. in your Taurus energy field affects the way you show up on planet Earth, the way you exist here in this time and space. Now, the heart is powerful. They say the heart is about 100,000 times stronger electrically and up to 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. And your consciousness is electromagnetic energy. So basically, using your conscious thought affects your conscious heart space, which then affects your everything around you. And then if you get into the subconscious level of your existence, that's where your heart space really acts from. What are your beliefs on your subconscious level? And we're not going to get too much into beliefs today, but just please do understand that you are a conscious being affecting reality around you, and everything is interconnected. So, Albert Einstein once said, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. One of the greatest minds of our time, Albert Einstein. So let's dive a little deeper and take a moment to understand the cell. So science understands that we are made up of trillions of cells, many of those bacteria and many of those human cells. And inside those cells, you can see you have mitochondria. Mitochondria are sort of the powerhouse of your cells, and the mitochondria then affect the cells. And so, depending on the level of your frequency, the level of the cellular frequency determines the function of the mitochondria, which then determines how much energy you put out and how well your cells can function and communicate with other cells in your body to keep you healthy and vital. So, the delivery of microcurrent with frequencies has been found to increase membrane potential and ATP production. Well, what does that mean? We'll talk about that here in a moment. But first, I want to talk about cellular membrane potential. So our cells run on frequencies. Our cells run on energy. They are energetic, and that's how they communicate with other cells. That's how they do their functions. That's how our cells work. That's how our body works. So the higher our frequencies, the better our cells function. Lower our frequencies, we start to get to ischemia, inflammation, death, illness, disease, and eventually death. And all this has been discovered by science. So that really poses the question, how do we optimize our cellular frequency? How do we do that? How do we raise our frequencies? Well, in the beginning of this seminar today, I gave you some tools such as movement, exercise, yoga, different therapies such as cupping, acupuncture, massage, meditation, good food, nutrients, herbs, breath. We can all use all those things to optimize our cellular frequencies. What else? What else can we do to optimize our cellular frequencies or raise our vibrations? Well, here, this study shows the positive effect of microcurrents. So microcurrents are basically very small currents of electricity that go in and then can modify or amplify even sometimes your cells in your body. Microcurrent frequencies are shown to increase ATP production by up to 500%. Increase protein synthesis, which is what all your cells are made up of, increase protein synthesis by 70%. Increase amino acid transport by 40%, which amino acids are what make up proteins. So then how do we give ourselves microcurrents to affect ourselves? This is where Healy comes in. Healy is a microcurrent frequency device intended to relieve pain and balance out your mind, body, and spirit. So let's take a brief moment and watch this quick video and just get a deeper understanding of what Healy is.
Healy is new. Healy is different. And Healy is extremely versatile. This little game changer is the first smartphone-controlled wearable that provides easy support in all important areas of your life with the use of frequencies. Healy analyzes the frequencies you need right now. Then the smart wearable applies subtle currents and individualized frequencies to your body via its electrodes. It strengthens your balance and harmonizes imbalances. Fitness, holistic health, and inner and outer beauty. Healy, over 120 programs to provide energetical support for you, for your body, and for your cells. Every single cell in our body is a small power plant that constantly produces energy. One thing is particularly important for this, the natural cell membrane voltage. And this is where the Healy comes in. With Nuno Nina's Gold Cycle programs that focus on rebalancing your cells. Healy also has suitable programs for many other applications on board. Programs supporting relaxation if you have a headache or back pain, but also for learning, concentration, or exams. Healy even offers support for mental balance, sleep, and stress. The Healy Beauty programs are supposed to support your inner and outer beauty energetically. In sports, the Healy is meant to promote performance, muscles, and regeneration. At home or on the go, in your leisure time or at work. In our opinion, health begins with good balance in all areas of life. This is what Healy stands for, state-of-the-art wearable technology, made in Germany to the highest standards. Based on use by 2,000 practitioners worldwide, who have seen as many as 500,000 patients. Healy, for me, and for you, and for everyone.
So Healy is a powerful healing tool. As you can see, I've got mine right here. This is how small it is. It's like it fits in the palm of your hand. And it's a wearable medical device that you can use anytime, anywhere, on anybody to help balance and harmonize their frequencies. I'm just going to give you a quick personal story about my Healy experience. Healy has transformed my body, mind, and spirit in many different ways. On the physical realm, I've noticed some of my chronic health conditions improving and starting to just go away. I'm finding that when I use it, I don't wake up in pain in the morning or just achiness and soreness and stiffness. I feel much more better and energized all around. And in fact, Healy has specific programs for sleep. So let's move into this next video and just talk somewhat about some of the different additions. As you can see, there's the Healy Gold, Healy Holistic Health, Healy Holistic Health Plus, and the Healy Resonance. And so this video will explain a little bit about all that and what Healy can do to help you improve your well-being.
One of the greatest inventors of all time, Nikola Tesla, the genius who lit the world, once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Say you are listening to the radio in your car and do not like the music that you are hearing. What do? You change the frequency. What many people fail to realize is that we can take charge of our frequencies in the exact same way. We tend to reduce our body's anatomy down to a simplified version that consists of only flesh and blood. But everything on this planet, animals, plants, and water, are made of atoms, which produce, emit, and receive energy, which operates at a specific frequency. Everything, all our tissues, cells, organs, emotions, and thought patterns have their own unique electromagnetic fields, as do allergens, viruses, or bacteria. All things have a frequency, including you, the human body. You always want to be healthy, active, and balanced. That's what makes up Healy. With a quantum sensor that uses individually determined frequencies to stimulate specific areas of your body. Researchers like Dr. Carolyn McMacken and Nuno Nina have in their clinical practice the effect of tens of thousands of such frequencies studied and tested. The result of these decades of experience is now available to you. 144,000 gold frequencies all day, with an intuitive app that puts the future into your hands. Welcome to Healy World. It's not science fiction. It's science.
Yeah, that's Healy. And now we'll take a moment to talk about the different
Healy
options.
editions. Small, light, and friendly, Healy can give you bioenergetic support to help your body and improve your day. To give you an overview of what Healy can do for you and to make sure that you get what you really need, we have put together a collection of frequencies in pages and modules in the form of different editions so you can find your Healy. Healy Gold. Healy Gold includes Healy hardware, the Nuno Nina Gold Cycle, and a program of your choice. The frequencies of the Nuno Nina Gold Cycle can be used in many ways. For bioenergetic support and prevention, for optimal energy balance, for recovery, well-being, and relaxation. Healy Holistic Health. Universal Health consists of a Healy, the Nuno Nina Gold Cycle, and 8 other program pages for Psyche, Bioenergetic Balance 1, Bioenergetic Balance 2, Mental Balance, Meridians 1, Meridians 2, Sleep, and Skin. Healy Holistic Health Plus. Everything's in here. Healy hardware with more than 120 programs, Healy Universal Health, and 6 other frequency pages for learning, fitness, job, beauty, chakras, and protection programs. The Healy Analysis app, Resonance, and Aura models. With the analysis feature of the Resonance, practitioners and many others can support their clients or patients if necessary.
Yes, so that is Healy. And me personally, I bought the Healy Resonance. So that's one I can use anytime, anywhere, for anybody in the world. And what's cool here, you can see I just did a Healy Resonance on myself, reading my aura, and that's a picture of my aura. So, and then you can get a much more deeper analysis of it. And this tells, you can see here which chakras are a bit stronger, which are weaker, and which need some work. And then from there, you can start the analysis. And then it basically reads all the chakras and tells you this is how this one's out of balance and how to support it. So that's with the Healy Resonance program. So what are the next steps? How can you use Healy and how can you integrate it into your life? Well, Healy is available to buy online. You can purchase it at our website. And so I would encourage you to get more information at my website, healthynewvibes.com/Healy. Those videos are there that we just watched. If you want to watch them again, they're there. And if you're interested in experiencing a distant Healy, you can send your information to Jordan@healthynewvibes.com. And I can send you Healy vibes from afar, anywhere in the world. You know, it's kind of like distant healing, which many of us understand, or even if you don't understand what distant healing is, it's kind of like prayer. How often do you do a prayer for somebody on the other side of the world and it affects their life? Even more powerfully, you get a group of people together, like a church or something, to do a prayer, and it affects a much bigger scale. So Healy is one of the most powerful healing tools that I've found up to this point. And honestly, I believe that Healy is going to be the disruptor of the medical industry. Everything is frequency, everything is vibration, everything is energy. And if you can learn to control, change, enhance, and harmonize that energy and frequency, everything comes into balance, everything comes into optimal well-being. And that's what I want. And I would love to share that with you too. So if you have any questions or thoughts, or if you'd like to experience Heal yourself, please send your information to jordan@healthynewvibes.com, and I'll get back to you. You can also check out healthynewvibes.com/Healy and get more information there. I want to thank you all very much for joining this session today and getting more information about how to raise your frequency and improve your overall health and well-being. I wish you many blessings. Be well.